This is MAPCON5. I'm gonna take you on the journey from my house to Atlantic City and how we're gonna have such an incredible time over the next 4 days. This is the 4-day vlog of MAPCON5. We have a minivan, but yeah, but you don't feel well, do you?
No.
Are you sick?
Yeah, I'm still sick.
Are you gonna miss me?
Yeah.
Hey Dom, I'm gonna miss you. Time to head to Atlantic City and meet up with Sam and Leon that are here all the way from Australia, Sydney.
Hello, my name is Bofta Imam and I'm out of the Maryland, DC area. I am a speaker, coach, and excited to be here at MAPCON. It was my first time at MAPCON, and I can just tell you that the networking and the people and the relationships that I built here, I can imagine will last for years, and so I'm just thrilled to be here and to be in this awesome environment that Joe has really put together.
What do you guys think of the resort so far?
Awesome. It is? Yeah. No, I'll just go up higher. It's okay. You do it for the vlog, right?
Okay,
You're familiar with the vlog? So he's gonna help me unload my car here. There's a ton of stuff here. You say Maz?
Maz, yes.
Maz. Nice to meet you, Ross. I'm Joe. Nice to
Nice to meet you. Welcome to Ocean Resort Casino.
Thank you. All right, let's see what we can get out of this. Look at this room. We're about to do a Facebook Live to show everybody where they need to be, where they need to go when they get here for MAPCON. Whenever Sam figures out what to type in here.
It's done.
It's done.
Okay, stuffed it.
What's up, everybody? How we doing? I'm very excited. It's 10:30.
Late.
What's up, Tim? Can't wait to see you here.
I know that Joe Pardo is going to put on an amazing event, and he does a great job creating community. I'm always going to meet and get to know and become friends with amazing podcasters and just amazing people, and so that's why I come back every single year.
Good morning. It was a really late night. Didn't get to bed till about, well, I went up around 1, but I think by the time I finally could fall asleep it was like 3:30 or something. Well, Max is on his way, the blind blogger. Stacy Greenberg is dropping him off, so I need to meet them. We're gonna get some breakfast at one of the restaurants here at Ocean instead of me getting back to sleep. 3 hours of sleep, let's do it. So that's what we're up against right now, is Dorian coming and raining on our parade. Max, I'm so glad you were able to make it, man.
Yeah.
You thought your flight was at noon.
No, I thought my flight was at
Tomorrow.
midnight
Tonight, but Stacy stepped in and helped, who's off camera. Oh, good morning, Stacy.
Good morning.
In the beginning, when I used to first come to this conference, I was a little intimidated because I hadn't launched and everybody else was such a veteran. But I don't think this is one of those conferences. This is one of those conferences that it's very unique. Somebody behind me, shut up. I'm doing this for you, and I wouldn't miss this for the world, even if I wasn't podcasting.
What are you doing over there?
I'm sending spam.
What kind of spam?
I'm sending out emails to podcast hosts, asking them if they want to have my clients on their show, and then telling them why they need to.
Well, this email just popped up in my inbox over here.
Anything, and technically anything that they didn't ask you to send them is technically spam. So,
Well, at least you know what you're sending, right? And knowing is half the battle. If we've learned anything.
you know what I hate is I hate that every single podcast platform makes it hard for me to find a link to the podcast host's website. Even if I know that they're looking to have people on their show, if I go to their podcast to listen to an episode to make sure and then try to contact them, I can't contact them because they don't, they hide that information. I don't understand it because I would think you want me to go to your website.
So we're just working on our slideshow here for tomorrow for our course.
We don't leave everything to the last minute.
No, not at
do we?
all. Well, it's not the last minute. We have
Oh, we still got hours
We have
left.
hours, literally hours until we got to go set up the room.
Sneak peek, because I think this looks really cool.
It does look really cool. I love it. I love it. She's brilliant over here.
Aw, Joe.
You are. Stop. We're just getting our badges all set up here for MAPCON. You can see this one right here.
It's a single track conference, and I love the fact that I am in the bath with everybody in the conference at the same time. Getting to see fellow podcasters and just hanging out. That's what I love more than anything.
We've been here by ourselves like all day. It's cozy, I'd say.
I like it. It's been cool. We're coming back after I have a glass of wine.
After she has the wine, she deserves it. She's done so much work today. I've like almost literally done nothing. So
That is not the case at all.
don't listen to her. Time to get the carts so we can get them packed up with all the stuff and then bring them upstairs. Eric, what do you think of the location so far?
It's quite astounding.
Quite astounding, right?
Yeah.
Our first sponsorship, so excited. Yep.
We're gonna make it work.
We busted a hump to be able to make it a Joe show and launch it here. It's beta
And they don't know that yet.
Aggressive effort. So just because we love Joe so much.
Oh, it's a true story.
It's a true story. It's absolutely true.
So for anyone that doesn't know, Brent was one of the first people at MAPCON 1.
It was fun.
It was 5 years ago, and it's gonna be fun again this year.
Yeah.
What happened was they came in and told us that like we need a bellhop for this cart.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we need to just like get the cart, and we just need to go. I'm so glad you came.
Me too. How are you? What's going on, y'all?
Hey.
How's it going?
Another year.
Another year. Checking in, getting ready.
The takeaways from this event so far has been that there's an incredibly large, talented base of attendees here that are sharing information to the entire conference body. And I think that, I was even surprised on the quality level, stories, why people started their shows, things to improve their podcasts. So I guess it's more than one takeaway, but really it's the people here sharing their information, their knowledge. That was immense value. So I was really kind of surprised at the quality of the content. Name change to the conference is going to be beneficial. It's going to help folks be able to decide, but anyone from across the country can come to this event and get something out of it.
Hello.
No, I'm Sam.
Sam. David. Good to see you, man.
Hi, taking me out. Hey, how are you? Good to see you.
Muscle Brothers over here. You got the same exact tattoo.
Well, that's not what the point was.
Great. Good to see you, sir.
Are we live?
Yeah, no, well, we're live in the vlog here. It's 10:47. Yeah, so it's 10:47. We just we're just getting dinner now.
We just left prep.
We left the room like 20 minutes ago. We are very hangry apparently. I'm just hungry. I'm more tired than anything, going on 3 hours of sleep over the course of 2 days. And I didn't sleep that well the night before, so it's, whatever. But yeah, cheers. Let's go eat. Tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. I gotta be back in the room.
Work to be done.
Good night.
I just want to say that I've enjoyed MAPCON. I've been here in 2016. I've seen it grow, and I think that it's an amazing conference. And that I'm just excited to see where it's going now. They've rebranded it. It's taken a new image, and I think people should take a second look at it if they've been ignoring it or just thinking, well, maybe it's not for me. I think they should take a second look at it now and get over it.
It was late night, on about 4 hours of sleep. It's 5:49 now, and time to head downstairs to get everything set up.
Sit down with strangers and eat meals with them, because those are going to be the people that you're exchanging business cards with later. Those are going to be your friends on Instagram, and if you're a beginner podcaster, they're going to be your first fans and listeners probably, and the best feedback too, because they're in the same boat.
I would recommend this conference to anyone who might be intimidated of large events, which I was when I started. Going to big conferences, you want to intermingle with people, but sometimes it's not as intimate as you want it to be. Here you meet up with one person, and eventually probably 2 hours later you meet with the same person. The fray.
And then you end up with family.
Hey, it's Joe Pardo. Go to his house, man. He makes s'mores outside.
Scott Mulvaney make us breakfast.
And we buy ice cream. that story.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
I was
Ice
pretending
cream.
like we had ice cream, and it was like a day. It was like this time of the year, but it got so cold out, and I'm like, all right. And then you lighted that fire, and I gotta get in there. But anyway, and everything in Joe Pardo's house is controlled by an Alexa.
Yeah, it is. And
like,
this
who
guy
is this
was
guy?
like,
He's like
geeking
James Bond,
out
dude.
about
No, I was,
being in my
and that's
house.
the thing too. It's now the fourth wall's blown, but I was like, you're Joe Pardo. I'm in Joe Pardo's house.
Pulling my chain
And
is
I'm like,
what he was
whatever.
doing.
No, I wasn't, dude.
No?
Because to me, it was like, remember, I think podcasting's like this. So we all live in this world, and then to enter podcasting is a very, very small hole. But once you go in there, suddenly then the world explodes. So you're like, wait, you get a taste for it. Then once you get into it, you're like, holy cow, there's all these people. I mean, I came here, I'm like, you make money doing this, and you do this, and you do this, and that's the guy, and all this does is kind of just break it down. But I think a lot of that had to do with me figuring myself out. But once I was able to not fawn over Joe Pardo here, I realized he's just like me. He puts his pants on one leg at a time, and I wasn't bullshit.
All right, it is 6:14 now. We're in the room. Got to get everything configured and set up for 9 o'clock. You guys got to meet Anthony. He is a treasure here at Ocean. Such a positive dude.
Oh yeah. I just met my man Joe, and we're having a good time. And like we both said, there's no crying in life. We just do what we have to do.
We do. That's why we're here, right?
Exactly. We're here. After all, we can't say no. The mortgage has to be paid. So
Every day.
We just put on a smile and do it.
The registration opens at 8, and we are, me and Tim are gonna rock it because apparently Dad's with twins. I don't have twins, but I have 2 kids that were within like 2 years of each other. Good enough, apparently. We're gonna get the registration desk opened up here, and because we got 1 hour till the podcasting course. Look at these buttons. Look at these buttons that Blueberry sent over to us. Well, plus 5 years, 10 years, podcaster, 100 episodes, 500 downloads. Dave Freeze, how are we doing this morning? What are you doing up so early, man?
I know, it was a struggle.
You're probably up at like 4 a.m. every day.
I went out in that weather.
You did?
Yeah.
Where?
Just down the boardwalk.
Down the board. Oh wow. I was up on here and I was getting blown over. Are you getting blown over on the board down the boardwalk?
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's strong.
It is, and it's not even really the hurricane here.
No, what is this?
This is just
The edge of the hurricane.
What do you think of the location so far?
Oh, it's beautiful. And the hurricane is a nice touch.
Is it? Yeah, the wind. I mean, the wind through your hair, like.
No, it's really, really beautiful.
Pulling your hair out.
I'm in the same boat, so.
Hi,
Good to see you.
Good
Hi.
to
Good to see you.
You did that wonderful video on how to get to the room, and then the escalator's closed.
The escalator's closed?
That's okay, they tell you how to get here, but...
It's like, I watched a 13-minute video of how to get to the room. It didn't work.
Calm before the storm.
Miles over.
Miles over? What's miles? So many times over?
We use miles.
Yeah.
Kilometers over.
Kilometers over. That doesn't roll off the tongue at all.
No, that's why we say miles.
Uh-huh. But you don't use
We still
miles.
say country mile. No, we say, oh, geez, missed it by a country mile.
But don't ask us how long that is, it just means a long way.
Well, you enjoyed the Elevator podcast conference? Well, look.
All the notes.
It's going to be really How do you think the course went?
I think it was awesome. What do you think?
I do too.
We had some
I think
really
it went
cool
really well.
questions.
Yeah,
Really
there was.
great
It was
questions.
and especially towards the end. I feel like it could have been a lot longer.
It could have easily been a whole day.
Yeah.
Because it takes people a little while to go, okay, where am I
Feel
at?
comfortable
How do I
talking
yeah.
and get vulnerable.
How do I apply this to my podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was great.
No, that's awesome. Thank you, Sam. Thank you.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you for co-hosting it with me. And hopefully the retreat will have it sold out. And,
Absolutely.
And we'll have people in Florida. We'll be in Florida.
Yeah.
That'll be halfway to our Disney cruise that we were talking about.
Exactly.
Good to see you, sir. Good to see you. I'm great. How about yourself?
No complaints.
How was the flight?
That's good.
Good?
Easy.
Good. Todd Cochran, everybody. So, Andrew's here, and you came all the way from where?
Toronto, Ontario.
Yeah, what's on, Andrew?
Oh, good.
Good to see you.
My
man.
hug gets into the vlog.
Yes, it will get in the vlog.
I think this podcast is great for anyone that wants to or is thinking about setting up a podcast. I think it's great for people that have just started and want more information, and I think it's really great for advanced podcasters that really want to learn more, about advanced podcasting strategies.
Bacon, egg, and cheese on a toasted roll. roll, bake your egg and cheese on a toasted roll. And you have to say it just like that in that rhythm. Very important.
How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you so much for making it.
Oh, I love the camera.
Yes, right? Well, oh, thank you. You do. Of course you do.
No, I mean not that way, but you know what I'm saying.
Waka waka.
I love that you got it right here.
Of
with
course,
us.
of course, of course.
Everyone.
Yeah.
MAPCON.
You got your team? All right. Pick an envelope.
Read the talk with my son. Joe found that, and he said, "This is crazy good. I want you on my show." And we had a kinship after that. Everybody here, this is the pre-launch. We worked really, really hard because of Joe to get this thing pre-launched. There are some bugs. We wanted to make sure that we got it out and we were able to launch it at MAPCON because Joe is such a good guy. I want to make sure everybody understands
How much is that?
It's $0. It's literally, if you go on the site right now, it's $700, and that's actually going to be the cheapest it's ever going to be.
Thank you, Brent. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. I'm glad that you were able to make this happen. Chip Edwards, everybody. Have you been to this hotel before?
I have not. It's the first time through.
What do you think?
Impressive.
Is that Stacy Greenberg getting into it? I am so proud of her. I am so proud of her right now.
If I win. If I don't win, you're
So she's a sore loser. We'll work on that too. It's okay.
Yeah, thanks.
Atlantic City, bringing you breaking news as it happens. Welcome to
You are just on, aren't you?
You gotta be, right?
Emily! I'm here!
I'm so glad to have you back. Was it bad? Was the weather bad?
The
It
weather
looks
was
terrible
bad.
outside.
Yeah, the weather was bad, the traffic was bad, but I'm here. It's
You
totally
are.
worth it. I walked in and the stress just melted because this place is beautiful.
Isn't it? It's such, we're out of our league.
Oh my gosh. My view, by the way, thank you. High five. They were talking about another conference too, was here too. So they were asking, what conference are you a part of it? Are you a part of this? I'm like, no, podcasting. And then of course, at the front desk, everybody knows podcasting and they're like, oh, have you heard of Serial? Yes, I've heard of Serial, thank you.
I ate it for breakfast.
Yeah.
You almost ate it for breakfast with your Webby there.
I know.
That was
I can't
awesome.
complain that I lost to Serial.
It's okay. Is that who won?
Serial won People's Choice Awards, and I think Slow Burn won the actual awards. So I can't complain that I
It's
lost
okay to be
either one of
nominated.
those. I know.
Nominee here, so
Yeah.
that's awesome. Congratulations. You came all the way from Boulder, Colorado. Oh, sorry.
That's
Boulder,
right.
Colorado. That's
I came all the way from Boulder, Colorado to be here. Yes.
You didn't think that MAPCON wasn't for you because you didn't live in the Mid-Atlantic states.
Are you kidding me? I break every rule.
That's awesome. High five, rule breakers. I love it. I
We
love
make
it.
up our own rules.
And you're, so I don't think I said your name.
I'm Jess Duell.
Yes,
Mhm.
Jess Duell.
Yeah.
And it was a great talk that you gave.
Thank
very
you.
Good.
How to break through on those decisions.
Yes.
Because we don't think about that. There's
Yes.
some things that make a big difference. That 1% can become 10% pretty easily.
It absolutely
And
can.
you've been doing this for 5 years, and we
I
keep
think I
coming
know-
back.
I think I know
and
something.
we keep coming back. You know a lot, Joe.
I think so.
He knows a lot.
I don't. That's Amy knows a lot.
She knows a lot too. Yeah, that's true. It takes a team.
All right.
That's awesome. Thanks, Joe.
So I appreciate that you know who you want, as this show is personal to you.
Super Joe, big shout out to you. Thank you, Amy, JBS. But a special shout out to my crew over there, Scott Mulvaney and Nick, because those guys actually took some of their time last year and brought me forward on stage and sort of broke that mold, and I applied, and here I am.
That's it, man. You know how hard it is to...
Actually, I wouldn't. I never spoke at MAPCON.
Yeah.
Tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Ambition to Poet. You do not want to. This guy is going to be famous. I promise you.
This is great. I've been trying to get here for 3 years. The schedule just wasn't working out. But I made it a point way back in the spring that I was going to be here this year. And here we are. It was a great day. It's been full of energy all day long. I've made actual physical contact with people that I've seen on Facebook, been friends with on Facebook for months. Maxwell IVEY, Jeremy SLATE, he's been on my podcast before and finally got to meet, face to face. And Joe, I've been following Joe for a year, 2 years.
Really? Serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
And we finally got together, but this is great. You need to be here. If you're into podcasting, thinking about starting a podcast, you need to be.
All the podcast competition is done. The files are sent. Now we just gotta wait for the judges to figure out what they're gonna do. And then tomorrow we can get it all straightened out. We'll find out who the winner is.
As always, the Super Joe Pardo here.
Yeah, you missed the talk last night.
I had the talk a long time ago. Oh, wow. That is awesome.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Love the colors.
It's happening.
It is.
I was inspired by a couple of guys who raised their hand as people who were about to put out podcasts, because that's where I was the first time I came here. And this place gave me so much confidence.
We miss you, Andy.
This is what happens when you get three brilliant minds together.
So what are you doing out here then?
Running my conference. Running my conference.
Good. Huh?
You enjoying yourself?
I'm having a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now the hurricane flew away.
I know, it's beautiful.
You gave us two enormous kinds of weather. Great and it was great. Beautiful day yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah, looking forward to today.
Thank you. Me too.
Right, great job. Great job.
African American community has a sector called Black Nerds. A lot of people don't know this, but there is a whole sector of people who are nerdy who are black. Is it okay? One of them right here. Let's go. Okay,
Super Joe Pardo jumping in.
The beard is back. Have you heard?
Oh, the rebrand.
We are
I was
rebranding.
thinking you were in a cool. That's what's up.
Yeah.
It's big time.
We'll talk more about that.
Something that I struggle with as far as collecting email leads. I think that's something I need to do better, and I get plenty of help with that over the last couple of days. And the other one is consistency. So I'm ready to relaunch my podcast. So that was the thing that really struck me, is when I do launch it or relaunch it, it's got to be for real. It's got to be consistent.
Hey, Ava, how are you?
Did you miss me?
I missed you so much. I missed you this much. Hey, Jackie. That's my name tag. You want a name tag?
Hey, what's that?
That is a microphone. You want a name tag?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get you a name tag. Hi, Bota. Say, how are you?
What's that?
This is from your dad. This is my badge. Ask your dad for a badge, okay?
We have badges for the kids. Yeah.
You get a badge too? Oh my god.
We'll go get you one, Ava. Come on.
Yeah, your grandma's in there. Okay.
So I'm Karen Yankovic. I teach LinkedIn marketing. I live in New Jersey, so I love that Joe Pardo has brought the podcasting world to New Jersey with MAPCON, and now I'm so excited to see what he evolves into now with Indie PodCon. This is my third year coming to this event, and every year I meet amazing people, new people. It is 100% responsible for me getting off of my rear end and getting my podcast out there. Now we're at episode 88, and it is all thanks to Joe Pardo and MAPCON. The people that come to MAPCON are the best people. It's just so fun to meet some old friends, make a lot of new friends, and really just walk away with lots of great relationships.
Everybody having a good time? Is food good, I hope? Yeah? Did you eat? I ate a salad. It's gotta be over. Boom, 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 yeah, knock him out. I'll knock him out. High five. See? Woo. Woo.
I don't know what you're on, but whatever it is on, I guess I'm later, because it was real. That was fun, yeah. So I think I'll hand it on.
My approach was similar to how I view podcasts. I listen to 100 new podcasts every 2 weeks. And I have a little hand recorder that goes along with me when I'm doing that. Some of you don't make it 2 or 3 minutes before I click to the next podcast. So for me, if you held my attention through the full 5 minutes, you got a full 10 points. And then some of you were not as enthused, the storyline, it just didn't hold me. And some of you, I quit in 2 minutes. A couple of you did fantastic jobs on the album art. I mean, it was an exact match. I laughed. I don't know if you heard me this morning. I was back there giggling. And if I was giggling, you were a 10. We'll see who ends up being the winner. But that's kind of how I judge it. That's how your audience is going to judge you too. Mm-hmm. The new listeners going to come in. If you don't get them 3 minutes, they're like, oh, this sucks, I'm out. So make sure you grab their attention in the beginning. And some people talk about that today.
So I woke up this morning and was laughing when I was just in my room and listening to all the podcasts. I thought you guys did such a great job, creativity, and I know you had limited time and limited resources. So I thought it was really impressive just how you were able to come up with storylines. So similar to what the other judges said, for some of them, I didn't really get what they were about yet until several minutes in.
I was up there actually laughing next to Todd. We both had our earbuds in laughing. There's some really funny people in here. There's someone in here that can sing. There's some crazy awesome stuff in such a short amount of time. But the constructive piece is that there was a couple of standouts that got right into the story straight away. That had me like right in the first 10 seconds. So.
I was up till midnight at the bar putting the files and everything together and all that and send it to them.
He was?
I was. Todd was there. No, I was. He's like, there's something wrong with a guy at a bar with a laptop. Give yourselves a listen to the winning podcast.
Brought to you by Today's special sponsor is Poppies, makers of bubblegum. Without further ado, your host, Mr. Fred.
Thank you, Bug.
And come on to the front and collect your prizes.
All right, ready? Hold on. Joe, you want to get in there?
Oh.
Come on, Joe.
I didn't win anything.
Don't suck. Be amazing.
Yeah, what if I get my pen back from 5 years ago?
I feel like this is for anybody that's looking for a tribe, really looking for somebody that they can build their show with and build community with. This is a really great conference to really take it to the next level.
What's going on
Hey,
there?
Joe, what a great conference, man. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
You
This
enjoyed
is a
it?
great location. Yeah, it was fun.
Thank you. I know it's convenient for you in North Jersey.
Yeah, I hope you keep it in Jersey, you know?
Yeah.
2 hours away. Anytime you can take a car to an event, it's nice.
I agree. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks so much for putting this together.
You're
and
very welcome.
I learned a lot from
I appreciate
this.
all the tweets.
Oh,
I've been
yeah.
seeing them. I need a hug. I need a hug.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we wound up right back where we started from last night at Cafe 500.
Competition for creating the podcast is really fun to see everybody scramble to create that and then to hear it later. And they sound like so well produced that it almost sounds like a real show, so it's really delightful.
I'm just launching Pod It, brand new network for connecting guests and podcasters together. We launched it at MAPCON, sponsored Joe, rushed really hard to get out, and really glad we did. He was fantastic, supporting us, helping us get going, and really helping the community engage with us. It was a really great decision, and we'd do it 100 times over again.
All right, so this vlog started with me coming to see you guys, and it's ending with us going back to my house to go sleep for a handful of hours, and yeah. What do we think? Are we happy? Was it worth flying literally around the world?
Definitely was.
Oh,
I absolutely was.
I'm looking forward to next year, and next year starts after I get back from Disney. See you all next year.
Super Joe Pardo does the best at organizing this podcast conference. Like I said, I started here 2 years ago and spoke for the very first time, and to see how much it's grown, to see all the new faces as well as the old faces, I think that Joe does a spectacular job every year.
You know what? This podcast conference, if you are thinking about a podcast conference, this is a great conference to come to because it's a smaller conference. You really get to know everybody that's here, but even as it grows, even as it's grown over the years, it still helps me, even though my podcast, and I'm now 2 years into it, because every year I make changes in my podcast based on things I hear here. Like I make tweaks and I make changes and I make it better. So it's really for every stage of podcasters, but I really want to speak to the people that are thinking about a podcast or just getting a podcast off the ground, that know that there's a ton of support for you around this when you come to conferences like this. And it's not just the people at the speakers at the conference and the Joe Pardos of the world. It's the other attendees at the conference are so supportive of each other.
Justin Shank from the Growth Now movement, the big thing I took away was how he actually gets guests to share the podcast, because I think that's a challenge for a lot of us sometimes, and the way that he taught how to do that I think is really cool.
I'm very excited to be here. I want to give a big special shout out to Super Joe Pardo. 2.5 years ago, I met Super Joe and helped me work through all these issues that I needed to work through to get a successful podcast launch. And the deal with Super Joe was that, hey, you can speak at MAPCON5, but before MAPCON5, you have to have launched your podcast. So I successfully launched my podcast, and it's because of this. It's family. Deep bonds and relationships grow out of here. If you're going to use me as a case study, but I'm one of the #1 fans of it. So much so that I created my own unique MAPCON5 edition Served Radio stickers.
I really enjoy the smiles and the willingness to introduce each other and what we do and how we do things, and then the built-in collaboration of the really cool creative project that we get to do would be the thing that I found the most fun and enjoyable.
I would recommend folks that A, are thinking of a podcast, B, have a podcast, and C, that are experienced podcasters, right? And that's the cool thing about it, is that you get sort of that mix here of folks that are thinking about it, people that are doing it, and people that are pros in the industry. And the coolest thing is that you mix with these folks, like I said, shoulder to shoulder, arm to arm here in this type of environment. When you are a newbie or just thinking about it, you don't know who really you're talking to. Like, I befriended Dave Jackson the first year I was here, but I didn't know who Dave Jackson was. Now, 2 years later, I'm like, dude, where I have met this guy, right? Hall of Fame podcaster Dave Jackson, right? And I say, hey, what's up, Dave? He's like, hey, what's up, Raph? Super Joe Pardo, right? Mark Asquith. Those type of relationships. So if you're serious about building industry relationships that go deeper than just networking, deeper than just handing out business cards, and real true conversations, breaking bread type deal, this is it.
The best part, always for me, is the networking. Hanging out with amazing people, getting to meet fellow podcasters, this common bond that we share.
Really kind of own the content and make sure that I keep the brand, and also to register the audio portions of what I'm doing these days, because I had never realized that registering your audio namesake, so to speak, for branding purposes, and making sure you get those key phrases that you're using, and that I register those with things like Google and Amazon and things like that. So I lock those down as early as I can.
I decided to come to MAPCON. I decided it was probably what was going to make me more of a real podcaster. See, I've been on the internet and on audio for well over 5 years now. In this latest iteration, I'm like, oh, there's these things. They're called conferences, and they're just for people that do podcasting. So I knew that there was going to be something that I could learn, and sure enough, I have.
All podcasters should go. New podcasters, old podcasters. You're going to learn different techniques, new current techniques from speakers. For business podcasters, I'm an entertainment podcaster, so I thought maybe this wouldn't be for me, but it's for everyone. Getting to meet people from all different walks of life and different parts of the country, or not even the country. Hey, the guy asking these questions is from Australia, so people from all over the world.
The realness of every single person here who will tell you exactly how it went for them and exactly what they're working on now. And the second thing is, when you come with an open mind, you never know what you're going to find and what's going to be validated or allow you to question, to change how you do things for the better.
I can't wait to see what Joe's got in store for us.
Indie PodCon, I think, is my favorite because it's smaller. It's big enough to have enough people here that you can learn, but it's small enough to have real good conversations and real good friendships that'll last forever.
Anybody who has a podcast, is thinking about a podcast, especially those of you like me who have never been before, but have been doing this for a long time, come find people to connect with and get out of the online space and into the real world space to take you where you want to go.
Thank you, Super Joe. Appreciate everything you're doing, man.
You're welcome.
That crash, baby.